guys, what's up? So I just want you to know I have no more strength in me. I have nothing else left to give anyone or anything. This program has taken everything from me. Every ounce of energy, everything I have is all gone, you know, and I am just so ready for this semester to be over. I'm tired of being tired. I am tired of not getting any sleep, staying up all night and studying. I'm just so done and through with it. I mean, in the beginning, it was all exciting and everything, but now it's just like, come on now, this is getting ridiculous. This needs to stop. So now it really does need to stop. And my poor family don't even know who I am. I'm locking myself in my room on Zoom and on all of these conference calls and video chats and all of this stuff, just doing work and just sitting in class for 4 hours, just doing work and just sitting there. And then it's just, I'm just done. So this has been a very hard semester, and I can't imagine having to go on campus and completing this semester, because that would have been horrible. It's horrible doing it at home. And sometimes I think just because we're home, sometimes the teachers think that we have like all day to spend on the Zoom. We don't. If a class says it's going to end at 12:30, can we just end at 12:30 like we're supposed to and not go on to 3 o'clock, please? Because it absolutely leaves us no time to study. But I can't switch lanes and talk, guys. Okay. So yes, I'm done. I'm tired. And this class is almost over. And I just thank God so much that it is over and he brought me through this semester, because let me tell you something, I almost failed again. Yes, I almost failed this class again. Let me tell y'all what happened. So to be 4 unit tests, right? Every one of those tests except for one, I passed. I failed by 1 point. No, except for 2. 2 tests I failed by 1 point. 1 test the teacher threw out like 3 questions, and that brought me up to an 84 or something like that. But if they didn't take away those questions, I would have failed by 1 point again. So that would have been 3 tests failing at 1 point. So with this class, before the 4th test, I was at an 81. This last test, I needed to pass above an 80 so that I can, because we also have other assignments that we have to do that can bring our grade down, so that I can just be guaranteed a pass with an 80, because our program, we need an 80 to pass. Now, other nursing programs I heard, they don't need an 80. We're the only one that needs to be different for some reason. And we're the first class to have to meet that benchmark of an 80% in order to go on to the next level. Everybody else got 75s, and our school used to be at a 75, but they want to be different somehow. And check this out, the entire class was failing. So they can't fail everybody and put everybody back, because now we're going to be on waiting lists, because all the other students that's supposed to progress forward is going to have to, they get a seat first. So in our whole class, I'm talking about all other campuses as well, they cannot fail all of us. So they got to do something. So I think they did. They were nice enough. Thank God. Maybe they didn't have to. I don't know. Maybe they would have failed all of us, but they threw out some questions. They probably upped the points on the ATI proctor. They give you points for passing on the first try. 2 points. Med-Surg, I think it was 4 points. Pharm is 2 points. And mental health is 2 points. So that's about 10 points for 8 points. That's about 8 points that can help your grade. So I was at 81. So I passed the ATI, what is that? Mental health. I passed the ATI Farm, Proctor, and I passed those two with a level 2, and we need a level 2 to pass. I was 1 point away from pharmacology to being a level 3, and I was shocked because I thought I would have did better on mental health, and I got like a 71 on that one. But I thought, because I'm good at mental health and communication, I mean, I think everybody else is, because that's kind of easy. But it's farm and, you know, maternity and med surge. And med surge, I was shocked too, because I thought I wasn't going to do it as well. I was pretty confident, but I didn't know I was going to get a level 3. So I got a level 3 on med surge. And so I got all of my points. So that pushed me up to an 85, even though I think I'm supposed to be higher, because when I got those 2 extra points from, okay, so unit 4 tests, I'm all over the place, right? So unit 4 test, I got a 93, and I only got a 93 because I think they threw out some questions too, but I was still up in the 90s. I would have still been up in the 90s because I did pretty well on that. I studied my butt off for that test. That test was the make you or break you test, and if I would have failed that test like I did all the other tests, it would have broke me, and I probably would not have passed the class. Now I know a lot of people in my class are not at that 80 mark. So I hope some way they find them some points everybody go through, because this was a very hard semester. And so I passed those, and my points for med surge and farm my points didn't go up. I'm still at 85. But at this point, it's like, I really don't care. As long as I pass this class and get out, I was going to make a big stink about it because I work hard, but they've been very, very generous. They've trying to help push us over, and those of us who were struggling, that was just like right there, because I was right there. By them throwing away questions and stuff like that, that really helped boost my grade and get me up to that, you know, above that 80. So I'm grateful. So I might not just say anything, just take my 85.91 and just go on and just be happy I passed the class. So I might just do that, because that's going to seem ungrateful. Oh, where's my 8 points? They're going to be like, girl, we gave you your 8 points by taking away those 10 questions subtotal on all those points. So you need to go somewhere and sit down, because I know I would say something like that if I was a teacher and a student came up to me talking about where my points at. I'm like, girl, sit down. So the next test is this comp predictor, and I heard it's like 180 questions or so, close to 200 questions. But with my program, I think we do have to pass it in order to pass the class, and I'm really nervous about that, because I was doing some practice questions, and you know, fundamentals is basically skills, right? So I wasn't really doing too good. I forgot a lot of stuff because that was a long time ago. So my test is Thursday, so when I get home from dropping this paperwork off to the nursing office, I'm gonna go home and finish my Swift River that I hate to death. I can't stand Swift River with everything in me. I hate it. We have to do simulations on Swift River as part of our clinical days, because we share clinical days with other campuses. Because of COVID, we don't have a lot of clinical sites. So we have to do the Swift River thing, and then we have to act like we're in the hospital, like if we were actually in the hospital. So that's 6:30 in the morning to 7 p.m. And we have assignments all day, and we have to take a break if you can afford to take a break, a half an hour break like you would at the hospital, and go back and do your 100 assignments that they give you. And you got to pass with 100s and 80s and things like that. The week before last, you know, they tell you got to do it over if you didn't meet the benchmark. I didn't even do it over. I said, you know what, at this point, I'm done. I'm not doing anything over. Go on and take the points away, because, oh Jesus. I hate to see dead animals on the side of the road. So I'm like, go ahead and take the points away, because at this point, I don't care. I need to study for my exams that we're having so that I can pass the test. I mean, come on now. And, you know, it's just so frustrating. So they took points away. That's totally fine. I'm still at a 90-something in clinicals. And this today I'm doing the Swift River, but we got an email last night talking about we got to bring some paperwork. So I'm going right now to bring some paperwork, and if I don't pass some of these assignments with the required passing rate, I'm not doing it over. No, I'm not, because I'm not going to waste 5 more hours on an assignment. I'm going to shut it down, go ahead and take the points off. I don't care. And I'm going to study for this proctored exam, because this is getting ridiculous now. So at this point, it's like I just need to pass. I don't care if I pass by the skin of my teeth. I just want to get out of this program. I am so done and through. So I hate Swift River. Their rationales for prioritization is just ridiculous to me. I don't get it. You know, I'm trying to make it make sense, and okay, I would do this and that. With them, no. It is, and I'm just totally done and through. So Thursday, after this comp predictor, well, not actually, I think Tuesday, I think if I fail it, I have to take it over again, and then that'll be the last. But I'm not sure how that goes. If I fail it and don't pass the retake, am I going to pass the class? I really don't want to think about it right now, but I'm going to study it and give it my best. I'm going to study those questions. I'm going to practice and just pray. Jesus has been bringing it on through and helping out. And I know he's going to help out again. And go on and pass this test. I pray that I do, because I do not want to fail. I don't want to get this far, all the tears and all the sacrifice, to fail one little predictor of the NCLEX, of passing the NCLEX, and then they say, oh no, you can't pass the class because we don't think you're going to pass the NCLEX. So after that proctored exam, we move on to the second part of this semester, which is just like a preceptorship. Before, we needed to do 10 clinical days with the preceptor. Now, because we're sharing and because of COVID and we're sharing with other campuses, they knocked us down to 5. So now we do 5 clinical days at the hospital, at our clinical site, with the nurse preceptor, and I'm at my hospital that I work with. I'm actually on the floor that I was floated to Saturday, and I met with my preceptor and we talked about it, and she's crazy cool, and I'm so happy I have her. And I'm just going to try to learn as much as I can and do as much as I can, so that I can be confident in my skills and stuff, because patients know when you don't know what you're doing. And I need to practice, because I haven't been in clinicals doing things, because they also stopped us from passing meds. I think there was an incident and whatever, we can't pass meds or anything like that. So hopefully next week when I do this preceptorship, we'll be able to do it. I think we are able to do it in the next semester. So I'm just excited that it's almost over. 2 more tests, because I have leadership, and that's another class. So actually I'm taking 3 classes, about to enroll in the 4th class next semester. But these 2 classes are going to be done, which is the second part of med surg and the clinicals. That's going to be done with. So I'm just going to have 2 classes, which is the leadership class, which I have not cracked open a book since the class began. Probably like 1 chapter I read, because it did pertain to one of the topics that we were discussing in this med surg class. That's the only reason why I cracked open that chapter. But I need to start practicing questions for leadership, because we have a proctored exam in that class on next Tuesday, and I want to pass it so I don't have to take it over, because taking these things over is like a waste of time. I could be doing something else, and I also have a project to do in that class, but it's just a resume and a cover letter, of which I already did, because I had to apply for the job that I am currently going to get after I pass the NCLEX. I basically got the job. I don't have to interview or anything, because it's where I work, and he was like, you got it, just give me your sit pass, let me know what's going on, and you know, so we can just put you in the new hiree class when you're done. So I'm like, praise God, you know, I don't have to go through all of the interview process and doing this and doing that. Just go on and just transition from CNA to a nurse. So I am here at my school. I'm up and running my mouth. I'm going to give these papers to my teacher so I can go home and finish my assignment and study, because I need to pass this class. Look at my hair. And I've been wearing wigs and stuff all semester because I don't have time to do my hair, and my hair's been falling out because I don't have time to do my hair. Sometimes I go 2 weeks without even washing it because I don't have the time to sit under the dryer and deep condition. I haven't deep conditioned my hair in months since these classes started, and my hair is so dry and brittle, and it's just falling out, and it is just ridiculous. The only reason why it's out today is because I gotta wash it tomorrow. Probably I might wash it Thursday. So I'm just going to braid it up and wash it Thursday. I was going to wash it tomorrow, but I got to study. So that's because my hair takes forever to do. And I got to do my daughter's hair. And they got some hair on them. So much hair. I don't know where they get all this hair from. And it just takes up just so much time. My house is dirty, y'all. I don't clean. If they don't do it right, it's just not done right. I just can't wait till it's over so I can clean my house. I mean, the basics is done. But I told them that 5-second rule better not apply. Don't apply because y'all nasty. I mean, it's not nasty, dirty, but it's dirty because it's not the way I clean and the way I like it. So it's dirty. And they don't do anything right, no way. So I just want my house back looking pretty like how we used to. I am just so tired. I want to sleep at night without getting up at 4 o'clock to study. I want to take naps during the day sometimes. I want to stop feeding my brain all this material. I just want to be normal, you know? I want to watch Christmas movies. I want to watch Hallmark Channel, you know what I mean? And I just can't wait to sit there and watch Hallmark 24/7 up until Christmas and eat popcorn and cookies and all of that because I'm so done and through. All right, guys, let me go because I'm getting hot. Even though it's freezing outside, I should have brought a jacket. But I woke up and it was freezing. We had to turn on the heat. We were in Florida and it was freezing. So whatever cold front is coming through, it feels good, but geez. How's it going to be 90 degrees one day and then almost 40 degrees the next? That's how people get sick. I need my mask. So yes, guys, let me go get my stuff together so I can go home and finish this assignment and go on and study so that I can pass this class and just be done with it because I'm done. And if you guys are taking the proctored exams and all of that, let me tell you something. The best thing you could do is don't try to relearn new information. Don't try to study a book. That's not going to help you unless you actually need to study a concept that you don't know. But at this point, you know what you know, and you need to just do practice questions. Do all the practice questions you can because that's what's going to help you read the rationales. Don't try to learn new information because it's not going to stick and you're going to confuse yourself. So just practice the questions because the questions that you see on those adaptive quizzing, those little quizzes and those little tests that ATI have, it's the same questions you're going to see on your, many of them, on your proctored exams, and you'll be able to get your level 2. So with that, I'll talk to you later. Bye.